What's up guys, my name is Infinity and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about Town Hall 10 Queen Charge miners. Now this attack has been very popular for a very long time and it's been working a lot because of how versatile miners are and how forgiving they are. But one thing that most miner attacks need to succeed is keeping the miners inside the walls of the base so that they can continue to hit defenses and not spread out to outside trash. Now with the release of the siege barracks, this attack has been made from good to really stupid because you'll get a P.E.K.K.A and a ton of wizards, which will help keep the miners inside the base. And not only that, but after the siege barracks breaks, it'll dump 7 max level hog riders into the base to reinforce your miners. So today I'll be teaching you how to pull this attack off successfully and how to look for bases that this attack will work on very well. So that being said, let's get into it. Also, Queen Charge Hybrid has been becoming very popular recently, so I'd like to also talk about why you would choose to use Queen Charge Hybrid instead of Queen Charge Miners or vice versa. And guys, if you find this video helpful, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions for me, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, I am streaming on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and if you're interested, the link is in the description below. So guys, whenever you do this attack, you want to make sure that your Queen Charge gets some few things. First of all, you need to get the clan castle. That's very important because anything could actually just destroy your hybrid. So your Queen Charge really needs to take care of that. And second of all, you need to get very high defensive value. What I mean by that is multi-infernos and wizard towers especially, because splash damage can really ruin hogs and miners. And the third thing is you need to make sure that you create a very nice thin L shape for the miners. And the reason for that is because you're going to have limited heal spells and you want to maximize the surface area of each heal spell. And to do that, you want to make sure that your troops are moving together closely so that everything can fit under one heal spell. So a big factor in deciding whether you want to use this attack on a base is the shape of the base itself. So I want to use this attack on bases that are square-like. And the reason why is because you can imagine the queen taking out one corner of the base and then having an L shape of remaining defenses and have your miners or hybrid take out the rest of the base. So in this case, what I did was I had my Queen Charge in here because I would be able to take out all this stuff, including the multi-inferno, which is huge, and then my hybrid would continue this way. So here's the thing though. What you don't want to happen is your hybrid starting here. And the reason is because if your queen gets stuck here in this area, that means she's going to lag behind the hybrid. And that is very bad because you risk a time fill because your queen isn't actually getting value. She's going to be shooting walls probably and just having to keep up with the miners and hogs instead of actually getting defenses. So that is why you want to have your hybrid or miners go in the same direction parallel to the queen. And I'll show you guys what it looks like in a second. So as I said, I'll start my queen here. And I'll wall break in there. I actually not going to use a jump right now because everything that the queen needs to get is reachable without a jump. Especially this multi-inferno, since it's only two tiles away from the wall, the queen can reach it no problem. So the queen will continue to go here. And as a rule of thumb, you want to make sure that you start your miners or your hybrid no later than the 1 minute 45 mark. In my experience, if I start later than that, then I'll likely get a time kill. And what's also important is the queen actually staying up for the entirety of the raid because miners themselves are pretty slow. If your queen dies off way too early, then in not getting the value that she actually needs to get, then you might have a very high chance of actually time failing. So the queen will continue to go there, and I realized I've actually created a 3 building wide path for my miners and hogs to be able to take care of, which is good because you want to fit your troops in the diameter of a heal spell, which will make it more effective in general. This is like a very important thing because optimizations and attacks are very important to succeeding. So anyways, miners and hogs, always do miners first because they'll tank for the hogs and duck so that the defenses have to retarget. So yeah, I waited after I waited after the bomb tower to just heal, because I wanted to let the heal spell last longer and be more efficient. And meanwhile, my queen, because there is not a lot of DPS targeting her at one time, because the point defensive were relatively spread out, I didn't have to worry about her dying out. And now the hybrid gets to the single inferno, takes care of it no problem, because single infernos are pretty weak against hybrid and miners. And yeah, everything converges nicely. Okay guys, so something that queen charge miners and hybrid is really good against at Town Hall 10 is the ring base. So what you'll have in this attack is you'll have your queen taking out one corner of the ring base and working down in one direction. And based on which direction she goes through the ring base, the outer ring, you'll drop your siege barracks accordingly, because you want your siege barracks troops to be able to take out another corner to create a path for your hybrid straight into the core. And this is especially important with cores that have a lot of DPS. For example, this core has 3 expos, the queen, and 2 single infernos. So you need to take down that core, and you can do that if you path your hybrid or your miners into the core. So very soon I'll be dropping my siege barracks on this corner on the left, because I see that my queen is going southeast, and I like my siege barracks troops to go counterclockwise across the base, because generally when you hit a ring base with queen charge miners or hybrid, you'll have the siege barracks going one direction, the queen going the other in the same direction but parallel with the siege barracks, and then you'll have your miners and your hogs going the same direction but just between the siege barracks and the queen. So as you can see, I've dumped my miners and hogs into the core, and I'm gonna heal. I actually accidentally double healed. That was a mistap. But I also raged in the core because I realized that my queen wasn't facing a lot of DPS, so she wouldn't have a problem surviving. So my miners and hogs use that extra DPS boost from the rage to be able to clear that core quicker. And because of how many troops just got unloaded from the siege barracks, there's not a lot of stuff to stop. There's not a lot of defense to be able to stop whatever came. So that's how you tackle ring bases with queen charge hybrid or queen charge miners at Town Hall 10. So for this base, it is a 4 corners base. And I actually like this 4 corner style of base because, given that there's 4 corners, what we can do is use a queen charge to take out one of the corners and then create an L shape for the miners and the siege barracks to take care of. So here's what I'm going to do. So first of all, I'm going to break my queen into here. I want her to break through here so she can take care of all these buildings right here. And in order to make sure that she goes that way, I'll probably have my king go this way, or either a baby dragon there, and then my king, I guess, right here. So if all goes well, she'll go to that expo island, take out the expo, take out the king, take out the clan castle, and then especially that bomb tower and wizard tower, those are pretty huge for queen charge miners. So hopefully she'll take out all that value, and then we'll be left with this L shape. Now it's pretty wide of an L shape, so what we'll have to do is use a siege barracks about right here. The P.E.K.K.A. and wizards are going to clean up all this stuff right here, allowing my miners to sweep through this way. We don't want them to separate from the main defenses, because that would just thin them out and make them really, really vulnerable. So ideally, they'll just make their way all the way around the base if all goes well, and then of course the siege barracks hogs will come in and then clean up these defenses. So let's try this out. We're live. So what I'm going to do is I'll put my balloon right here, and then also put the baby dragon to help with the funneling there. And now I'll put my king right here, and then put 2 wizards behind so that he can have some help. And now I'll put my queen here, rage the king. Queen took damage, so we can put the healers now, without having to worry about a healer swap. I want the expo to target my queen. No. Okay, good. So put in all the wall breakers. So queen should go in. Okay, good. She does. Poison all that. Queen steps into the rage. Perfect. Let the queen kill the E-drag. Take out the air defense. So I brought 3 freezes instead of a jump. I brought 2 more freezes instead of a jump because I didn't feel like I needed a jump. And I just brought the freezes just in case the queen got locked on 2 by a single Inferno. So I'll rage here. 1 minute 54. I'll let the queen take out that stuff. And now I'll put 1 miner to tank for the archer tower. And now the siege barracks is down. Just so that the archer tower doesn't lock onto the siege barracks and reduce its health. Queen's gonna break through. Send in the miners. P.E.K.K.A gets roasted. I have my freezes ready. Heal my miners. Ability for the queen. And I have 2 more freezes for my discretion. So looking pretty good. Gonna freeze again. All my miners are kind of like scattered right now. Not ideal, but see, we are making huge progress to the base. So my queen is about to die, which is okay because we still have a ton of troops left over. Let's see what we need to do. The hogs will go for the Inferno, so I'll just drop my freeze here. Not a big deal. The hogs will take it down, no problem. And I still have a ton of miners on the top. And we'll see if I need to use the freeze or not. Or the heal or not. 30 seconds. Gonna put a goblin there for cleanup. 20 seconds. We got miner split, swag the heal, and I think we got it. Oh, that was close. Okay, but we got it. Easy 3, went according to plan, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, that's a war attack with queen charge miners. So guys, I'm actually going to be hitting this base with queen charge hybrid instead of miners just because of how similar they are in execution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my queen in here. She's going to wall break through the wall and enter there. And I'll probably have a baby dragon to funnel my queen inside the base. And I don't know where she'll go, but she might go this way, or she might go this way. So let's say she goes this way. She'll take out all this stuff and continue walking, provided she survives. And take out the clan castle as well. So what I'm left with is this kind of this weird shape. Now, ideally, you want your hybrid pathing to be 3 buildings wide, and this is 4 buildings wide. Like if you look at it from this way, that's 4 buildings wide. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have my siege barracks dropped right here so that the P.E.K.K.A will take down this stuff, and then the wizards will ideally shoot over the wall. And now I'll hopefully save my king for this area because the P.E.K.K.A wizards might not make it that far. So I'll have my king around here so that he can also continue walking around the base so that the miners and the hogs will stay inside. And yeah, we'll see in the live attack. You're live. Alright, so let's go on with the queen walk. Gonna have to probably rage my queen pretty early, so here we go. Queen here. Actually, I don't need a rage her. Level 23 queen is gonna be no problem for my queen. So queen's gonna step in there. I want the wall breakers to target the corner. Please, queen, go in. Oh my gosh, go in. She goes in. She's gonna go out. Not what I wanted, so I'm gonna have to put my king there just to make sure that the queen actually stays inside. Ah, queen, okay. Now the queen goes in. But I burned ability, so that's very unfortunate. And my king was actually useless in that scenario, so we're gonna have to poison. Also, the balloons that I put in front of my healers are for checking for any seeking air mines, just in case. 2 minutes on the clock. I'm going to have to start my miners at 1 minute 45 at the latest, or else I'm going to time fail. So my queen is going to go down as I planned. So let her go down a little bit. And I do have a freeze just in case. Alright, 145. Wizard there for the queen to stay focused. Whenever you do hybrid, you want to do miners first and then hogs, because the miners will do duck damage, and that's convenient. So stuff going to the core, let me heal the core stuff. The stuff on the side is not in danger. I'll just freeze this. Queen dies. Going into high damage, so, and there's also bomb towers. I'm gonna heal there. Everything going around the ring very nicely. There are a few springs, but that's no problem. Healer's gonna actually do work, and that is a very decisive 3-star right there. So what's gonna happen is everything's gonna go down in the ring, and then the miners will have to go back for the town hall. But we do have 40 seconds. We have a heal left, so I'm about to waste the heal. Let's see. I'm gonna swag the heal. Let's see. So wizards are going for the town hall, 98%. I'll swag the heal right here where the enemy queen died, and there's also a down arrow. And boom, we got a 3-star with a queen charge hybrid. So you guys might be wondering, which is stronger, miners or hybrid? And in my opinion, miners are stronger because of their ability to duck damage. Now, the main reason why you would probably want to use hybrid is if there's a lot of storages inside the walls of the base. For example, there's only one storage here, so miners are probably a better option because the miners will continue going through defenses and not have to worry about getting stuck on storages because they're all outside the base. Now, say there are a lot of storages inside the base, the miners will get stuck on these storages and not hit the defenses, so that would be pretty bad. Now, if you do hybrid, while some miners will get stuck on the storages, your hog riders will actually attack defenses, which works out pretty well. So if there's not a lot of trash inside the base, then go with miners. Otherwise, go with hybrid. Anyways guys, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave me a like on the video. And if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for me for video ideas in the future, go ahead and leave a comment for me in the section below. That'll be it, and take care guys. See ya.